It's showtime.
BS&B Media, in association with STWFTV, the Podcasting Network.
Introducing the best in the world! Ooh, yeah!
Welcome in, everybody. It's best in the world. Hashtag BITW. I am Dale. We got Trell from Sports for You in the house. What's up, Trell?
What's up, Dale? What's good with you?
All good here, man. Just finished Dynamite, and NXT on the same night, Wednesday and everything like that. Like pretty good week of wrestling so far. I'm enjoying everything. I did enjoy the Saudi shows over the weekend and on Monday night. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
It was good. It was definitely good. I also enjoyed the Saudi show for the most part. Kind of got predictions wrong, and some of them were kind of right, but it was twisted a little bit. So it was amazing. And Monday pretty much set the tone of what's probably gonna happen at Survivor Series. So I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Yes, absolutely. Let's get into some stuff here. The first thing I want to kind of talk about is the Hurt Syndicate going after Swerve. So we're starting off in AEW. So far, I mean, what do you think about the look, the way that they're going about doing the Hurt Syndicate in AEW? How do you feel about it so far?
I like it. I wish I could like the presentation a little bit more, on the simple fact of, like I mentioned the last time, they messed up Bobby's debut with no pyro. I mean, the guy deserves the pyro. Like those dudes deserve that pyro. But other than that, the presentation is nice. They walk in, they're dressed to the nine, they got the suits, they got the shades going. MVP does what MVP does best, is rock the mic. So
yes,
now they're going around recruiting people like they Nick Saban. So they recruiting Ricochet, they recruiting Max Caster. So I see what they're doing. They're trying to start a fraternity here, and I like it. So I'm interested to see who's actually going to step up and accept his offer, like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like one thing for sure I did find interesting on AEW was the match between Adam Cole and Malachi Black. There've been a lot of rumors about Malachi Black leaving AEW after his contract is up. Now I don't know when his contract is up, but like I keep seeing it.
Yeah, it's supposedly, the rumor has it his contract is up either the end of this year or beginning of next year. And I was told by a source that's close to that, from someone that was close to Malachi, that supposedly, he may be leaving. But then again, Malachi took to Twitter today to address those rumors. So ain't no telling what's actually going to happen next year. So we'll see. But right now he's saying he's not hurt. He's healthy. He ain't going anywhere, but he could be telling the truth, or maybe it's just a smoke screen because, you want people to be surprised. So we'll see.
What do you think about the overall booking for Malachi Black in AEW? Is this like the best we've seen of his character since since I've known him, at least since we've known him in like what WWE UK, something like that, right?
He was in NXT.
Yeah, right.
He was in
But I mean,
NXT.
like the UK show was like the first one he really came out on, right?
Yeah.
The little tournament they had back in the day.
Well, in the beginning, I liked how he was booked.
Mhm.
Mysterious,
Right,
when
right,
they
right.
when he formed the House of Black, they went on this monster run. Him, Buddy, Brody King. Then you bring in Julia Hart. That
Mhm.
clicked. Everything is going well. Trios championships, and it's like, okay, they reached. I thought the end game was, have Malachi as AEW champion, or at least send them down to Ring of Honor and have them wreck shop in Ring of Honor.
Mhm.
But they're at this point, I feel like they're just an attraction. Like they're not really going anywhere. And you got a guy like Brody King, the dude's a beast. He should be
Right.
wearing gold around his waist, not just the trios championships.
And he's definitely over when he comes out. The whole crowd is barking, so he is over for sure.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't the House of Black is pretty cool as far as the beginning of it. The formation
Mm-hmm.
of it was pretty cool. And it is cool when they come out wreck shop, all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, it's throwaway kind of storyline, just middle of the card, not in a prominent place. And I don't see them actually getting out of this mid card or non-prominent place to go into the main event. Now I don't know if that remains different if he switches over to WWE, but I don't see it happening in AEW.
Yeah, I don't. I was excited for him. I was excited for those guys and Julia, and everything was going well. And lately, for the past year or so, they been booked poorly. I'm
Mhm.
starting to wonder, is it internally, like if they're catching wind that they might leave or something, and they start just booking them like crap, or they really don't know how to use their talent. I think I'm gonna
I
lean
know
towards they really don't know how to use their talent.
Buddy resigned, right? So he's there
Yeah,
for a while at least.
yeah,
I don't know about Brody, but
yeah,
in rumors about Malachi. So
yeah. Because if those two leave, this dum dum re-upped and decide to stay, so it's like he's gonna be stuck there. But if the rumors are true and Malachi and Brody King leave, I think
yeah,
he'll be all right because the simple fact of the Bucks and Tony Khan gonna look at him like, you stay loyal, you resign with us, you know, we'll look after you. Hopefully.
yeah,
But, sucks for Rhea, but Selena Vega might be getting her husband back, but it is what it is.
yeah, yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, no one's been booked properly in AEW for a while. I mean, we just saw Powerhouse Hobbs and
Yeah, I was gonna
his
mention that too.
and yeah, and how he was booked. So he should be one of the guys in the Hurt Syndicate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, I could see that happening. So nice to see him back from injury and everything like that. Um, I'm still interested in this Christian Cage thing with the Money in the Bank briefcase or whatever they will call it.
Yeah.
But like his heel character, I think it's freaking hilarious. This whole this whole thing about him being somebody's father and all this kind of crap,
Yeah.
and then like playing the kids off of one another. It's great. It's great heel work, bro. I love
It
Christian Cage.
is. He's a funny heel, and it's like when
Yeah.
he's supposed to be serious, it's the little shit that's funny. And he was telling
Yes.
Kip Sabian's like, "Oh man, I'm so proud of you. You're like the best son." And Nick Wayne just look at him like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah. Yeah. He was the favorite just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So now he's trying to get hooked. So it's like the little things like that, that little consistent storyline that's funny, and it's
Yeah.
like when is he gonna cash that in? Because
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's whenever Mox drops that championship. Because obviously he's not gonna cash in and make a target of himself with the BCC. So I think it's whenever whoever beats him, I think that's when he's gonna swoop in and cash that bad boy in. When I do not know. I think does he have a year to do that?
I don't know if they've really explained the rules, but you know how it is, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's not get too technical with the rules in AEW. My son will watch wrestling, AEW wrestling. He don't really watch AEW wrestling all the time, but when it's a tag team match, I tell him, hey, look, don't think about the rules, because AEW is very lenient with the rules in tag team matches, okay?
Right.
He's like, man, that guy's been in for like a minute now. I know. It's just what happens. So yeah, man. All right, let's get into some WWE talk here. Again, we had the Saudi shows. Nice to see. Nice to see them in Saudi with Raw. That's the first time Raw's come from Saudi in a long time, all that kind of stuff. But one of the big stories coming out of WWE, Baron Corbin's been released. I didn't realize that until I actually looked this up like a few minutes ago.
Oh, really? It's been out a few days now.
Yeah. But that's surprising, bro, because he did a great job when they sent him back down to NXT, working with Braun Breaker, working with Apollo Crews. Like I thought he did pretty good work. And when he first started, bro, I hated Corbin. Okay, I hated that dude. I couldn't stand. He come on my TV, I turn it off. All right. But like the bum ass Corbin thing, that did it for me. That brought me home. I'm like, this dude is talented. This dude is good. Okay.
Oh yeah, he's good.
So that's what did it for me. And now him getting cut, he's most likely not going to just go right over to AEW. He's probably just going to be doing the indies for a little bit. What did you think about Baron Corbin altogether?
I mean, it happens when you're not being used as much and they got nothing for you. That 9 times out of 10, that's what always gonna happen. They, instead of firing you, they just won't renew your contract.
Right.
Baron Corbin has been there a long time, and people are saying they dropped the ball on him. I think they dropped the ball on him. Vince dropped the ball on him early on in his career. When he had the Money in the Bank and all that stuff, coming fresh out of NXT, they dropped the ball then. After that, I think he was going through a character change every minute. He's bum ass Corbin, then he's the casino guy, Corbin, and then he goes back to NXT, revitalizes his career in a way, but I guess it just didn't click coming back to the main roster. And it's like, at this point, it was like, all right, well, creatively, we don't have anything for you, and it sucks. So hopefully whenever 90 days is up, if he has one, he'll find work. I can see him in TNA, or I can see him in the Indies. I don't think Baron Corbin is done wrestling. So he's a former United States champion, if I'm not mistaken. Former multi-time tag team champion. So I think he'd be all right. It just sucked. What really shocked me was Indy Hartwell.
Yes. Also, I mean, she was just on TV. Like, like seriously, bro.
that one surprised me.
Yeah,
that one surprised me because I think they definitely dropped the ball on Indy. They could have. I mean, they really could have did something with the way. And then her and Candice LeRae, they really could have did something as far as that female tag team division. So, but you know,
Yeah.
I can see her definitely going to TNA.
Yeah.
I think one of the knockouts reached out and was like, you know, hey, I know for a fact you'll kill it over here. So I could definitely see her being a surprise entrant or something, or making her impact over there, because she got the short end of the stick, winning the NXT Women's Championship, then getting hurt, didn't even get a chance to defend it.
Yes.
And then when she comes back, she's automatically on the main roster. So it's like they could have did something with her. She has the size, but you know, you're not being used, and you just sit in catering 9 times out of 10, unless a miracle happens, you're gonna wind up on that chopping block.
Yeah. I'm not surprised about Tegan Knox. Tegan Knox had injury issues. Every time they start up, she got injured some kind of way. They wanted to use it. It was just injury. So maybe just bad timing, and maybe the second time around, it'll click and everything will work.
I mean, she already had 2 times. Well, did she already get released once?
Well, I don't think she got released once before.
I could have sworn Vince released her and Triple H brought her back.
Oh, one of those. Okay, that probably happened. Yeah.
I think so. I think Vince released her because I think she was part of that list of people that came back. But yeah, that was another one. Like no one really clicked with her. Like the fans didn't resonate with her, and it just, some people, they just, when they're gone too many times, they fall out of place, and it's like, wait, who's this person again?
Right.
And the booking, exactly. and the way they're getting booked doesn't help their case, trying to get these people to remember. So now it's like the way everything is run, you come up from NXT, everybody knows who you are. So
exactly.
Which is why I always felt like Nikita Lyons is kind of out of her place in NXT. So like, I don't know, it just feels different now.
Yeah. One other thing we found out was that Goldberg will have his retirement match in 2025, and we no longer have to see Goldberg anymore.
Oh man, cut the guy some slack, man. He's just there, man. It's not like he's. I mean, yeah, it's time. I mean, Goldberg hasn't really been Goldberg since 2003. When they really dropped the ball, and half of it was Vince dropping the ball, and the other half was him with a bad attitude before he had family. So, and he said it himself, if his mindset now was there in 2003, it would have been a totally different story. He probably would have been dominating. So, but I'm assuming his last match is going to be at Mania, which should be cool because hopefully I'm there. And I think it should be Braun Breaker. I don't think it should be Gunther, because if Gunther's going to be the champion in Mania, why waste that championship opportunity to Goldberg? Like, have Braun Breaker, cement his legacy by beating one of the greatest, superhero type figures in wrestling history.
Well, look, I listened to another podcast, and they brought up a great point here. Is Goldberg at his peak? Do you think he was more over than Jey Uso is right now?
No. Wait, what do you mean? Like, we mean when you mean his peak? Like at what time? Like right now, or
no? Goldberg's peak, whatever you decide Goldberg's peak was. His highest.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Like doing his run in WCW, is it better than Jay's run now?
Yeah, Was he more over than Jay is right now with the crowd? Because the way it seems to me,
Yes.
like the crowd reaction, merch, all that kind of stuff, it's all the same right now for Jay Uso.
I would say slightly Goldberg was more over because the simple fact of when people are lining up to go into Nitro 5 hours prior and they're screaming Goldberg's name outside. The dude was a phenomenon. But slight edge over Jay because Goldberg's like, you literally have to flip the channel at the right time to catch this dude. Like, and if you miss it, you gotta wait till next week to see him destroy somebody else. He's one of the reasons why there was a Monday Night War on cable television as far as channel flipping. Because I flip back and forth to make sure I don't catch Goldberg because Goldberg's matches were like at least a minute or so, and it was over. So dude was over, and what made it even better than Jay, it took Jay 15 years to get over. Goldberg got over in 6 months. And by the time he reached a year, he was already like a godsend, like the juggernaut of WCW, the king of WCW. So, and the Pyros, looking at his old entrances back in the day, still gives me chills. Like his entrances still give me chills. So I give it a slight edge to Goldberg over Jay, but Jay is up there as far as popularity, merch, getting the whole crowd. I mean, I would argue the one that picks Jay because Jay gets the European crowds hype. WCW's never been overseas, so right. We don't know how Goldberg would have been treated in London or Australia. So I wouldn't argue people saying Jay, but I would stick with Goldberg.
Okay. I would say Jay is at least pretty close to Goldberg's peak, if not there already. Now I will say, granted, Jay doesn't have to sell tickets like Goldberg had to sell tickets, because Goldberg, was, everything for WCW. So Jay doesn't have that opportunity, but the merch, the crowd reaction, what I'm seeing on TV, to me, it looks like he's just about as over as Goldberg is. So I'll say that. How about that?
Yeah. Not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. He's over like 9,000 right now.
Yeah. All right, let's get into some Crown Jewel talk here. So right off the bat, we have the match between the OG bloodline and Solo's bloodline. And look, great match, of course. I enjoyed it. Nothing wrong with it or anything like that. I will say it was very surprising to see the outcome of this match.
Really?
And yeah, I was surprised because I really thought, Roman don't lose. And I was sticking with that, and it's crazy to kind of see him lose like that. I guess that's what it is. But look, I enjoy seeing the Usos back together on the big screen here. Love seeing that. And love seeing them work together, all together, all of them, What were your thoughts on the match?
For one, I definitely wasn't surprised. Because I said this, I called this since the summer, the moment Roman Reigns came back. I'm like, when he forms his bloodline when he get his bloodline back against Solo, he has to take that L because Solo needs to be elevated to have people believe, okay, maybe he is the next tribal chief. Maybe he is the next, the next Uso up. So we can't have him taking so many losses. And to make Survivor Series work, Goldberg needs to take a loss, and it needs to be in dramatic fashion, controversy, what have you. Have this man look weak to the point that, damn, nothing's working. I don't have my wise man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what am I gonna do, and that will open the door for Paul Heyman to come back, fix everything, and that will lead right into War Games with probably Roman getting a win or maybe another loss, but that loss needed to happen at Crown Jewel for sure. Because that's how I picked the Solo's bloodline to win, because Solo needed this win and he needed this win badly.
Okay. Do you think the way that Sammy Uso comes back to the OG bloodline is through Paul Heyman building that bridge?
If Sammy is meant to be a part of War Games, because I still, based off of last night's show that I did with Dallas Cash, we had some theories of how Sami Zayn may not be a part of War Games, but for the sake of argument of the question, I think Paul Heyman would play a role in getting everyone on the same page, because everyone respected Paul Heyman. Everybody still calls him OG. The Usos still call him OG. Him and Sammy, whatever happened, they still got along. So if anyone would talk Sammy into reconsidering joining the fold, or pretty much give Roman Reigns a ease of his mind, it'll definitely be Paul Heyman. So hopefully within the next few weeks, we'll see Paul Heyman, and maybe it might be the go home show before Survivor Series when Paul Heyman shows up and he has everybody together.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. But I'm glad they didn't just bring everybody together, right off the bat.
Exactly.
Be some kind of controversy, like this kick or whatever to Roman. It's just, I'm not used to seeing Roman on the ground like this at a PLE.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, he's no longer champion.
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
Back.
This is time to have him lose something. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, he's have him lose it all before he can get back to the throne. So he'll learn to appreciate what he had before he lost it all.
Yeah. Yep. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So, and then the whole rumors about Zilla Fatu or whatever coming through to be the other member of the bloodline. I don't think they're gonna stretch it to 5. I think they're gonna do 4 versus 4, and that's gonna be it. I am curious to see if we get another appearance from The Rock at Survivor Series, though. War Games.
I think so. I think that's definitely happening.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if he's gonna be straight up on their side, or he's gonna pull a Hulk Hogan at Bash at the Beach, having Roman thinking, I got your back, and then he turns on him inside War Games. So, and reveals himself as, the chief that's behind it all. So we'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Probably one of the more interesting matches for me at Crown Jewel was also the women's championship match here with Nia Jax and Liv Morgan. I love me some Liv Morgan.
Yeah. I know. I thought about you yesterday.
Yes, yes. I thought it was a good match between the two. Um what did you think of Liv winning the crown jewel uh women's title here?
Boy, I had that wrong. I thought for sure it'd be Nia Jax.
Yeah, dominant
But
champion.
yeah, and she got Naomi on the way, so I figured have her run it. But I guess look in hindsight, Nia won Queen of the Ring, so I guess they figured why have her win again. So and I did call that if Liv was gonna win, it was gonna be due to Raquel um interfering and a failed
Hmm.
cash in from Tiffany.
Hmm.
Because she was trying to cash in on Liv, and Nia's like, "What are you doing? This is not the time." So that goes that plan. And then
Yeah,
Raquel got involved, and ultimately Liv hits Nia with the Oblivion and gets the win. So I'm like, wow, it makes
yeah,
in hindsight, I guess it makes Liv Morgan's reign more legitimate. So because she's
yeah,
on the best run she's had ever. So
yeah,
so it
yeah.
was good seeing her get that
Think
ring.
I think it's been really good. Um, I'm wondering if they're going to have her tag with Raquel more. They kind of tease the tag team championships for them. What do you think about
Hmm.
them tagging more, especially while Liv is the world champ?
Oh, they're definitely going to be tagging more. I think they're they're probably going to come close to winning the tag team titles, but they're not going to win, obviously.
Mhm.
But that's going to be like an extension of the Judgment Day, where just in case they do split the Judgment Day up, Liv has Raquel, so they already got that going on.
Yeah,
So um,
we
it'd
hadn't
be
really seen
it.
Judgment Day since the whole Carlito thing. Since Carlito made the little racist joke or whatever.
True. I mean, they've kind of somewhat been around in backstage segments, but they just haven't had the tag team champions do anything. So
Hmm.
I don't think anyone's injured. I haven't heard anything about anyone being injured. So we'll see. But they do need to start defending those titles eventually. Which actually they are going to defend them on Monday against the War Raiders. So we'll see Judgment Day finally in action. But I think that
Yeah,
group eventually is going to run its course because Liv is with Raquel and Dom. So they're already doing their thing. So what is Carlito, Finn, and JD McDonough, as McAfee always calls them? Um, what are they gonna be doing?
yeah, yeah. Put Tiffy on that team too.
Wow. All right. All right.
I mean, look, it's not complete without
All
Tiffy now.
right.
Hey, come on.
All right. Anything to get the blonde bomber on there, I get you. I get you.
That's right. That's right, man. Look, I love him. I love him, man. So, oh, Jay Smoke, what's up, bro?
Whoa, what's up,
Oh,
fellas? What's up?
oh, Jay Smoke.
We
Better
just
late than never.
we just finished our thoughts on the title match at Crown Jewel between Liv and Nia Jax. You want to share
Hmm.
your thoughts?
Um, it could have been better. It could have been real better, but WWE tend to like to give you some of it, not all of it, because they're usually saving it for later.
What didn't you
Um,
like?
just certain spots could have been better. You know, like some of the work. I know you could probably blame that on Nia, or you could blame it on Liv, or whatever the case might be, or them slipping or whatever. But some stuff seemed like a little lazy. Some stuff seemed like some people didn't really want to sell for the other. You know, that
Okay.
that type of thing. But
Okay.
it could have been better by adding, you know, the other pieces like Candice LeRae, like Indy Hartwell, like um, Yes Boy. You know, it could have been a lot. You
Mhm.
know, it could have been a lot better.
Okay.
But as for Liv winning, you know, I think it was like just sitting back thinking about it. I think it was the right move
Okay.
because if you notice, neither king nor queen of the ring won.
Right.
You know, that would have just been like too much. You know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know, also Liv doesn't have didn't have anything. You know, after all, she has something now, but she has quite a few angles now.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it just boosts her up to that stardom that she needs to. And I said it on the other show last night. I'm gonna say it again tonight. Matter what, it's in your face again, brother. I need you to wipe that egg off your face, pick your face up. They make it Live a star, and you know it's damn well deserved
Yeah.
because her loyalty and her hard work. Seeing her come up from the Riot Squad, dressing as Harley Quinn every week,
Yeah.
you know,
Hmm.
her character has really developed.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did.
I agree.
Did.
Agree with you. She has definitely got a lot of depth. And Dom is a great heat magnet, bro. So
Yeah,
you can do no
Yeah,
wrong with him.
I agree. It's like
that.
he's organically over, and it's like only a simple fact of people just hate him. They
Yeah.
just love to hate him.
Yeah,
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like even the Saudi the crowd got it. So so yeah, I'm good with that, man.
and
Um, let's talk about Cody Rhodes going over Gunther for the other Crown Jewel championship. Um, I believe I picked Cody to win this one, but we kind of saw like a bit of a face change from Gunther. Um, Jay, what did you think about that?
um, I wanted to say this last night too, but I'm go ahead and say it. The Gunther situation with him, the face change. If you think about it, it's not a change. Gunther
Okay.
respects that ring, and anybody that respects that ring and that has the talent that he has, he's looking for that competition. So he's
Mhm.
gonna pay respects to people. If you remember, he paid respects to Randy Orton. He paid respects to who was it? He went in that fire about to. He gave respects to Chad Gable. You know, he give people their respect. But Cody was the first person that actually beat him out of his mind games. So
Hmm.
of course he's gonna give him that over the top respect as a champion. Now as for the match itself, oh, it gave it all. You know, I
Mhm.
didn't have a decisive winner because I felt like it could have went either way. Um, but I'm glad they went Cody route because again, Gunther, you know, he needs this. He needs to show that he's human. You know, you already got somebody that's on a monster run in a company. You know, it's time for him to move on and shows that he's human. He could be beat. Maybe that leads to a face change. Maybe that leads to which I don't think we had two baby faces ever as you know both champions, both brand champions.
Right.
True.
So that'd be kind of interesting. Um, but you know it it's good ring work. It gets him to we gotta focus. I actually think that means they gotta start back. He about to start back chopping Luca. You know,
Oh, okay. Okay.
that used to be entertaining. You mess up, you said you was gonna take care of Sheamus. I'm gonna
Uh huh.
take care of you. You know.
You start
Ah.
chopping them. Okay. Those chops are brutal for
Oh
sure.
Yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah.
I seen Cody chest after them chops and It damn near looked like he tore his bicep again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Real talk, man. Real talk.
facts.
All right, Trouble. What was your thoughts?
Um, I was a little surprised that Cody beat him clean. I was surprised Cody beat him at all, to be honest with you. But at the same time, it's like what I always say: if your name, unless your name is Roman Reigns, the WWE champion should never lose to the World Heavyweight Champion, because the WWE title is, you know, the actual company title, and the World Heavyweight Championship is usually the workhorse, title. And Gunther has been a workhorse. He's won all his matches clean, even as a heel, which is rare nowadays or at all. I don't think I've ever seen an actual good heel win without any cheating, and he's like the only one that's done it. So, and the fact that he's no longer undefeated when he lost his Intercontinental Championship, it's like now it's like we got to get more accustomed to seeing people lose. I didn't think he's going to lose this early in his World Heavyweight title reign. I thought it was going to be like later on. But since it was something like this, Cody needs some momentum, because where does Cody go from here? He beat Gunther.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens and Randy Orton are still dealing with each other. So what does Cody do next? So I understand that they had him win. So, and the fact that he took that loss, I think based on what we saw on Monday Night Raw, Dale, I think it ain't gonna be now, but eventually I think he's gonna start making that face turn or really make Ludwig Kaiser an even bigger heel, because he started talking like, we all gotta be better. And it's like, when does Gunther ever says we all gotta be better? He's usually looking at Ludwig, making him do his dirty work, or, make him, take on somebody. But the fact that he's taking more ownership on his losses, and Luke was looking at him like, wait, you're giving Cody props? Like,
right.
What the hell happened to you?
Exactly.
Like, what happened to you in Saudi? You all right? You good? I'm about to watch you, type of thing. So, I can see him becoming that workhorse face, because you got Braun Breaker coming up soon. You got Bronson Reed, who's on that Mark Henry Hall of Fame tour that's eventually going to lead him to a championship match. You're not going to have a heel Bronson Reed and a heel Gunther. Somebody got to flip a script, and the fans respect Walter, even though they boo him, but they respect the man. So at a drop of a dime, they flip that script. The fans are going to be behind him. He's going to be that next face of the company for sure.
Since you brought up Bronson Reed, let me ask you about him real quick, because he lost to Seth Rollins. Was that a mistake?
It's only a mistake if this rivalry doesn't end with Bronson Reed getting the final that final victory, the one that ends it all, to elevate him up to World Heavyweight Championship contendership. Because I think that's the whole reason of putting him with Seth Rollins, to help him get over as, this big heel, this big threat to the title. So if this is one of those one and dones, I would have been disappointed, because Bronson Reed should have won that match. But the fact that he took 3 curse stumps and he still got up after that, it's like, okay, they're really building him like, all right, Seth, you got lucky. You survived by the skin of your teeth. You still got to deal with this man, sooner rather than later. So if it ends, as long as it ends with Seth Rollins getting the final laugh, with Bronson Reed getting the final laugh, I'm cool with it. Because sometimes you got to take that L and then get the last laugh in the long run by taking that big W.
Yeah, because the way I saw it as a one and done match. So yeah, maybe you're right. They're gonna run it back and let Bronson Reed finish on top. So let's talk about NXT, man. We saw them go to Philadelphia in the 2300 arena, the old ECW arena, and they brought back quite a few ECW OGs, starting with Dawn Marie. They brought her out to be a special guest referee. Nice to see her around there. But this match between Lola Vice and Jada Parker, Jada Parker came out on top there. What did you think about the whole thing?
I think they need to be more heavy on the hardcore of these matches because they call it a hardcore match, but it didn't. I feel like I'm not gonna take nothing away from them. I'm not gonna say it was trash, but I think it probably could have been better because Asuka and Nikki Cross's last woman standing match was better than that one. Mm-hmm. But they was going for tables way too early in the match. Like that, if they was gonna do that, I believe that probably should have been the main event, if anything. But I get why it wasn't. But the action itself, I thought it was good.
Rules all night. Just announce that. I did like this spot a lot here. Where they,
I was like, that could be me any time of the day, Miss Jada Parker. I was like, okay, yeah, that I can easy. You need a replacement for the ladder. I can be the ladder. That's fine. But those two girls, man, they're definitely the future. Props to Lola Vice. She's come a long way from when she started. Props to Jada Parker. She's getting in her bag. She's coming to her own. She's gonna be that next one up with Last Legend. Pretty much probably after Last Legend leaves, she's gonna be that next woman up to carry that NXT division. So I'm happy of the match. Yeah, she is. The match was okay. I'm not gonna say it was bad. It wasn't the best. For it to be a women's hardcore match, I thought it was gonna be a little bit more. But I get it. You can't be too extreme in PG television, I guess. But it was good. I was good. I wouldn't have been mad at either person that was winning, but I think right now Jada Parker is on that run, so I can see her getting why she got that win. So she's that momentum's on her side right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's talk about Wes Lee, because this dude has really taken his heel work to another level. I didn't think he had this in him. Really, really good fight between him and Javon Evans. What's your thoughts on this one?
I loved it. I mean, those guys are going back and forth. It's almost like Javon Evans is another version of Wes Lee. It's like the good old days of watching Rey Mysterio and Juventud Guerrera, go at it. They're similar in style. They flow just right. So it was a good match. And like you said, the heel persona that Wesley is going on is incredible. Him jumping RVD. Yes. Him jumping RVD in the back. I'm like,
so we're definitely gonna match between these two, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, and RVD just comes out and does nothing. So okay, I was expecting like a frog splash or a Van Terminator.
Yeah, he did. He's in the ring gear and all that stuff. Yeah,
I thought he was about to throw down. Because the referees are using their discretion. So I figure, Wesley goes for a chair shot, RVD ducks and hits him with the Van Terminator. I was expecting something, but it was a nostalgia day. So it was good for them to be back in the old ECW stomping grounds. It was good to see RVD. He was one of the first ones to sign the former ECW legend to sign a Legends deal. So to see him come back, it was good see Rhino come back while still employed with
Yeah,
TNA was also
yeah, that
the
was a good one,
best.
dude. Really, really good use of Rhino, and your affiliation with TNA, to bring him into that spot. Just come through, gore somebody, go ahead and go home. We good with that. That's all we need.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, loved it, and so and always using Robert Stone to get crushed. I mean that's great. That's always.
Yeah.
So the
It was
tag team match here with Bubba Ray Dudley and Trick Williams against Ridge Holland and who the hell else we had on there? Oh, Ethan
Ethan
Page.
Page.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. See, no one even remembers his name already. See,
yeah.
get him off the main event scene. No one even cares to hear his name anymore. Look at that. Imagine.
Yeah, look, I'm not a huge Ridge Holland fan altogether, but I did like what Ethan Page was doing and stuff like that. I especially love the reaction from the crowd with him.
Yeah.
I know Bubba Ray is in good shape. Like I said, he was just competing in TNA, just a few months ago. I was mad we didn't get Devon to do this spot here.
I mean,
Just get him off
maybe
the rope, Devon. Come on, bro.
I'm mad we didn't get a 3D. That's what I'm mad about.
Yeah. 3D too. Yep.
We didn't get one good 3D for one time for the good time,
Yeah.
But maybe his body's too beat up to do all that stuff,
Yeah,
So
I know
this is what we
he's
got.
in the
That's what we
producing
got.
role and everything like that, but
Yeah.
whenever,
Just one
I
good
see him,
3D.
I want to see. Yeah.
Yeah, at least have Trick do the 3D or something. You know what I'm saying? You have him do the West Side. At least have him do a 3D. That would have been just to see another Dudley Death Drop one last time for the
Yes.
nostalgia. The only nostalgia move we saw was the gore, and I mean, I guess beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah. I did pop for Nuncio.
Man,
The old FBI.
I forgot about him, man. I forgot about him.
I saw him a few weeks ago wrestling in TNA. It's just how I remembered him. And so yeah, it's good to get these guys out working again. And it's always good like when they intertwine stuff like, okay,
Yeah.
like I'm the OG here. I know you're the Dom. You're supposed to be coming to my city. You got to give me a call.
Yeah. I didn't know it was him. I for the life of me, I remember Nuzier from WWE with the Full Blood Italians, and
Yeah.
I did not think of him when they were like, "Hey, is that the guy?" Like, yep, that's him. I was like, when I saw him, I'm like, "Holy shit!" One, this dude's still alive, and two, I'm like, "Is he really going to get in the ring?"
Working,
that was a squash,
still
but
working.
it was an entertaining match to say the least.
I mean, it should be a squash, right? Like, look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's a small guy.
The Don got some, recess time on TV, so good for him. Yeah, good for him.
Yeah. I thought it was
that spot there with the crowbar. That was funny.
Yes, it was. It was, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, good match between these guys, man. They did their thing, bro. Good on Shawn Michaels for making that happen and everything, bro. So
you know what? I actually saw on Twitter someone had the idea that since NXT did a tribute to ECW in the 2300 arena, that next they should do a WCW tribute to that time when they had the Monday Night Show in that mall.
The mall.
And I'm
the problem was they didn't get any admission for that. That was the problem.
Yeah, it was just the mall. It was like right in the middle of the mall. So it's like, my question is, one, is the mall still even in existence? I mean, that was way back.
America.
Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure if it's still one, I'm making sure it still exists. Two, can they even? Well, it's NXT, so I'm pretty sure they probably could pull that off. But
Yeah.
At this
Yeah.
in this day and age, it's like you're gonna charge people. You're gonna charge people to walk into a mall to not only buy their sneakers but to check out a wrestling show at the same time too. It's like, yeah, good luck with that one.
Yeah, exactly. All right, the main event here featured the women, and look, I like the fatal
Influence,
what? Fatal influence.
influence.
I now here's a problem with fatal influence, right? So you brought up you broke up with the deadly attraction,
Fatal attraction. Yeah.
fatal attraction.
Yeah.
You broke them up to put together just another 3-woman unit, and I like Gigi. And Gigi's on the outside looking in. You know, where's Gigi? Hey, I know they got her to do
Yeah,
like
man.
the voiceover or whatever, but that was it. Oh, my
Yeah.
bad, Jay.
Oh no, you good? You good? I'm sitting back. I'm listening to the show like a fan. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Yeah, I was telling John this too. Is like they just like it's too much. They found their next blonde. That Mandy Rose
Mhm.
is gone. They found a whole new blonde, and
Yeah,
JC Jane, she's still the forever sidekick because she has yet to do anything on her own, so she has to be in the group. And
yeah,
Gigi
yeah.
Dolan
You're
too.
right.
So it's like
Yeah.
when Gigi gets back, she needs to be pushed as a single star too. Because if
Hmm.
Fallon Henley can overcome what she's overcome, become champ, why not Gigi and JC Jane can do a singles run of their own? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that. Um, Jay, you watch his match on NXT? Oh, Jay, not there. Okay. All right. Listen. I think from the from the new ladies here, I think uh Juliana is going to be the biggest, and I'm just judging this based off the presentation, her theme music, everything. Like, and she comes out last in this announcement of everybody here too, right? Even after Jordan Grace, I thought Jordan Grace would be a featured attraction, but it's not. It looked like it was Juliana to me. Julia, I
yeah,
mean.
she's the feature face of the division. Jordan Grace is she's still the visitor.
Yeah.
So yeah, the order was right, even though Stephanie Valkyrie is the next challenger. I think they're still booking Julia as like the future of that division.
Okay.
So yeah, I am that because she's like I guess this version of Oscar because she kind of gives me Oscar vibes when she makes her entrances.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're making her like the main attraction. No
Mhm.
pun intended.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Look, I love seeing Metaphor getting involved too. They were involved in Saudi Arabia as well. So they had announced like their official place on the main roster, but I'm guessing you're gonna start seeing them show up on every show for like a month or something like that.
Yeah, they're slowly transitioning Lash Legend and possibly Jakari Jackson together on the main roster. When they made their first appearance on SmackDown, when Lash was in that match with Piper Niven, that was pretty much her tryout. And her
Mhm.
tryout paid off because look at her now. They flew her and Jakari all across the world on the other side of the
Mhm.
world for a
Exactly.
PLE. So they're gonna be officially on the main roster probably soon once they tie up based on what we saw in NXT. They're gonna tie up loose ends there. So maybe probably like the end of the year will be it for them in NXT and officially, probably in December or maybe January, they're on the main roster for good.
Okay. I can't wait to see. Looks like Zaria versus um Jordan Grace. I think that's going to be a nice matchup. Just looking at the two of them kind of stand side by side. That's all I could think about
I'm
when
gonna
I
have to.
saw them.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Nah,
don't know
when she
when
hit
that's. Oh, go ahead.
when she hit that spear on Jordan.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That laid the roots right there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I like. Where did she come from? Japan or something? Zuri?
No, she came from Australia. Some company in
Okay.
Australia.
Okay.
Well, wasn't Rhea Ripley with that same promotion at one point?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. That's good to know then. Yeah, I didn't know that about her. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
this is it's gonna be really interesting. NXT always keeps the women's division pretty lit, bro. Like they consistently.
It's the reason why they say they have the best women's division in all of wrestling, because they do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's been like that since the black and yellow days. So
Mhm.
um they just consistently book women the right way, man. So
Yeah. They're fine. They're big. Their four horsewomen is coming along quite nicely.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, man.
because it's just like the Shield, and in two promotion Shields is running the wrestling world. Same
Hmm.
thing with the damn, you just said the name, the Four Horsewoman.
Oh yeah.
You
Mm.
know,
Hmm. Yes,
Yep.
indeed, man. All right.
So we'll
So
see.
that's gonna wrap up for NXT here, man. You guys got anything else you wanna bring up real quick before we sign off?
Uh, do I have anything I want to? No, we already covered Aleister Black.
hmm
Um,
oh, it was said by us the Black.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
yeah, we already did that. We covered the herb business. Uh, yeah,
Oh,
it
I
looks
missed
like
that.
yeah.
Oh, I missed that. I seen
You
it.
don't always start off with AEW.
Man, I was hoping I ain't missed that because I saw the clip last night, like late last night. And I was like, oh my God, yes, this is how you book the Hurt business, the Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I like how they took everything and they combined it. They took TNA and WWE and combined. That's just fire to me.
Yeah. Yeah,
And if
man.
they add Ricochet, that'll be the replacement for Cedric Alexander.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I agree. I agree. That's perfect of replacement.
Yeah, that's a hell of a replacement.
They should add Powerhouse Hobbs too, man.
Yep.
I
Willie
initially
Hobbs,
that's what I was saying.
Willie
How,
Hobbs
how
needs a
big
home, man.
how big do you think it gets?
I think it
I
get
don't know.
big. I think it might get big as the bloodline because they're
I
gonna need
think
us.
it might turn into
They,
a faction.
yeah,
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 because
because they need that other.
the way
They need. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
I was gonna say the way Max Cass has been acting, he might join the Hurt Syndicate and make him a serious drop the goofiness and actually make him more because he's a good wrestler. So if you drop the goofiness angle and actually make him more serious, I can see him wearing a suit.
It'd be hard to give up that scissor me money, bro. Like they just
That
they
was
just
all
copyrighted
Bowens though.
that.
If you really think about it, yeah, that was all Bowens if you really think about it. So
I mean, hey, they got it together. Like, yo,
Hmm.
I'll take half that check.
Right.
oh, I'm pretty sure he's still getting paid, even though he'd be doing something else. But I'm pretty sure they'll still get them residuals.
Yeah, they just copyrighted scissor me, so I figured they was gonna stick with it for a little while longer and make some more money. So,
Ain't no
you know,
telling, man.
Right. Ain't no telling, but I do see the Hurt business, the Hurt Syndicate. I'm sorry,
mhm.
being their version of the Bloodline
You can
because
get
they.
shirts.
Oh, I'm checking every day. I'm checking every day. I got a Hurt business shirt.
Yeah, I got the Hurt
I was
Business shirt.
I had the The Syndicate shirt from TNA, I had that. My son messed that up. God, I hate the fact my son messed that up. But yeah, so I'm just waiting for the TNA one to drop.
Oh,
I mean the AEW one to drop.
you know what,
Wait, that was their name in
Jay?
TNA, the Syndicate?
Yeah.
I got
Hmm.
I got some news for you, Jay.
Uh oh. Uh oh. You said right now. I got paid earlier today. You said right now I'm
Top
going to buy.
AEW right here.
Oh,
This is it.
Uh,
This is it right
take
oh
here.
man.
take my money now. I need a 4X.
Oh man.
The Hurt
Take
Syndicate.
take
There
my
you
money
go.
That'd be
now.
the that'd be the first
$29.99.
shirt. That's probably gonna be the first shirt I'll buy off of AEW because I only bought
AEW,
one
yes.
shirt, but I bought it. But
I
I
was
only
close
bought
to
one
buying a
shirt from
Sesame
them.
shirt though. I ain't gonna lie.
What's wrong
I
with
was
you, Dale?
pretty
You all
close
right?
to it. I was pretty close.
You all right, Dale? You gonna wear that shirt next time you meet Tiffany Stratton or Liv? Get a hug with a Sesame shirt.
Hey, I'm with that. I said I was going. I said I was going to give me a Sesame shirt. I said I was going to do it.
Y'all
There you
better
go.
people than
That's
me.
what I'm
'Cause I
saying.
sure as hell wasn't.
That was about the only other shirt I ever thought about getting with AEW right there, bro. That was it.
Nope.
Now I'm not going to get the Sesame Daddy shirt. I'm not getting
Yeah,
that.
right.
Okay.
No, just scissor me. That's it.
Yes. Yes. They can have the Sesame Daddy. I'm good with that.
Exactly.
I ain't wearing a shirt calling someone daddy ass. Nope. Nope.
Yep, exactly, man. All right.
Shit, if I could find an old school Mr. Ass shirt with the old school one with the lips,
Yeah.
I wear that motherfucker.
I bet it's worth something now. Although I did hear that wrestling t-shirts value have dropped on the secondary market. Like it used to be really, really hot, especially around the COVID. Like old school wrestling t-shirts was going crazy, bro.
Yeah, but you know, with the fact everybody wanted to be a t-shirt artist, you know that's the reason why. You know, well, I live in New Orleans, so down here, people that make rest in peace shirts do stuff like that. You know, anybody that has a printer or a digital imprinter, they make them shirts. All they gotta do is find the old school images, which you can find them anywhere.
Yep. Yeah. Look, man. I remember. I was there for the. I was in New Orleans for the Super Bowl when the Saints went to the Super Bowl. And
oh man, lucky some gun.
I bought so much merch from people on the corner.
Yeah, it's a game.
$15 there.
Speaking of Saints, man, I can't wait to get into that conversation.
Cover of
that
the
time
newspaper.
Hey.
That's what I bought on a shirt, bro. It's bought.
Sorry.
Yes,
I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta do a shameless plug. STWF Media, we also do shirts.
Okay, there we go. I like it.
Okay,
You know,
I like it.
we also do shirts. We got our own shirts and we do shirts. So just hit the boss man Ive up. You get your order in.
I like it. Yes, indeed. All right, we don't have any pay-per-views this weekend, so
thank God.
Got the weekend off this week.
Yeah, we do.
They've been smacking us over the head like crazy recently.
Yes, exactly. So we'll be enjoying some football this weekend, and that's about it. So,
I'm
man,
anxious to see how that happens.
Speaking of, I got to see. Well, I know what's gonna happen for the Saints. You know, I ain't gonna spoil y'all fun, but I know what's gonna happen for the Saints.
Yeah, we gonna get a dub.
Right.
Yeah, you talking about when you wake up Monday morning, you're gonna think you had a dub, right?
Nah,
that's the only dub y'all gonna be getting.
I'll wake up Monday morning knowing that we got a dub with no coach.
Right. Right.
Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't even think it was Dennis Allen.
No, it was.
I don't. I don't. I just
We got
think,
a lot of problems.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's the injuries, bro. Like 17 goddamn starters injured, 17 people injured.
Yeah,
How the hell gonna win with that?
that's a lot, man. That's a lot.
You know, like just being real, they were a little bit too hasty on the firing decision of Dennis Allen, and I feel like it's gonna bite him in the ass.
Oh no,
I
he's
mean,
had at
look,
least
the season,
he's had 3 years.
right, and the season's over with anyway, bro. It don't matter at this point. It's about selling tickets next season, and so you can't let the fans think, oh, the team, the owner don't care.
Tanking.
Just gonna let anything go
Yeah.
out on the field.
But
So
yeah, I
pure
would have let him
structure.
finish it out the season though. Let him finish it out the season.
Yeah,
That way, you don't put yourself out there. Not people know you need. So now you got to pay a price.
It was
Because
internal.
I'm
That's
gonna be real with you. You're definitely gonna. Yeah, Mickey Loomis need to go. That's who the hell they should have fired.
yeah. So I think it's all a team decision. Like the whole process of stretching out those contracts, all that stuff was done with, of course, with the knowledge of the owner and the okay of the owner. And like this was a mandate from Tom Benson, if I'm not mistaken, because he wanted to keep going after it after he won that first Super Bowl. And
Right.
he died and all that kind of stuff. And they just continue doing business the same way. Well, now they're taking a pause and they're not going to do business like that. And so that's why Mickey Loomis is sick. Mickey Loomis is a made man. I think he's probably got a future ownership stake in the Saints. Honestly, he probably
Maybe.
will.
Maybe. But I'm telling you, if you ever want that franchise to do good, they gotta get rid of Mick. They gotta boot him out. They gotta boot him out. Because I'm gonna be real with you. Derek Carr, that was the worst decision the Saints could have ever made. That set them back another 5 years for his
not really
quarterback
because
wise.
we had no other quarterback to get outside
What you
of.
mean? I would have took
there was
Jameson. Look what Jameson did in with the Browns. All you need is him for a season.
That's not
That's
going
all
to
you
last
need
long.
him for.
We gave James a shot. That's how he lost the job to begin with. People
No,
forget.
I'm gonna be real with you. That was the fans. The fans called for Jameson head. They never really gave Jameson a real chance. I
No,
don't
they
care
didn't.
how you put it. That's just like Teddy
They-
Bridgewater. They never really gave him a real chance. Like
Because
it's something about.
there's a reason why they're backups. There's reasons why they're backups first.
Yeah.
Hey,
we
I'm
gave them.
gonna play this card, and you're probably not gonna like the fact that I'm gonna play this card, but it's the truth. Ever since Aaron Brooks, a black quarterback with the Saints have never had a good shot. Jameson Winston came off one of the best and worst seasons of his NFL career when he first came to the Saints. He led the league in passing and he led it in interceptions. Granted, the interceptions, yeah, that's a bad thing, but he led it in passing yards and passing touchdowns with one receiver and no team.
But he still
Also,
got
no
a
coach.
shot he still got a shot until he got injured. And when he came back, he wasn't performing well. So they're like, well, they gave the man a legit shot to run that team. And
What game you talking about? Because I remember only one game they gave him after he came back off injury. Because he got corrective sight surgery and he had surgery on, I think either his ankle or his wrist or some shit like that. And they wanted the man to get back in there ASAP, which he couldn't do that because they trusted again. The Saints trusted somebody that's not even a fucking quarterback. They trusted Taysom Hill.
They were just it was a combination of using Hill and Winston and it didn't work. But
Again, you're trying to play what you played with what's his name over that with what the hell is his name in Denver?
Sean Payton.
Sean Payton. You cannot play. You cannot use this man scheme against him. That's why they lost the way they lost. You
We're
cannot
gonna
use
see
that
how
scheme.
Winston does with Cleveland and see how that season ends. Because again, like I said, there's a reason why these guys are backups. They look good for a while, but then eventually they're gonna be who they are. Like Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco looks good coming in, and eventually he winds up being
Off
Joe
the
Flacco.
bench. Yes.
I can't
Yes.
say that because everybody has a bad game or two. Even Tom Brady, the great that everybody called Tom Brady, he had plenty of bad games. You know what bailed him
But
out?
you
It wasn't the
but you've
coaching; it
seen
was
it.
his defense.
But you've seen it with Joe Flacco though. When he had that bad game in the playoffs, that was vintage Joe Flacco. These guys are band-aids. They're not everyone's gonna be Matt Stafford. Like you go with it like
See,
not
and that's the
everyone's gonna be
thing.
him.
You everybody talk shit about Matt Stafford when he first came in the league. Who did Matt Stafford play for when he first came to the league?
Yeah, the Lions.
Fine.
Ex-
Mhm.
exactly. He
But
played for the
but
shitty Lions that didn't have
but
any defense, didn't have any
no one
offense.
ever but no one ever said Matt Stafford was crap. It was just saying that organization was not taking care of him. Their O
Mhm.
line wasn't taking care of him. So he left to a team that had a better O line and he wound up winning the Super Bowl. So no
And
one
again,
ever
it wasn't him. What he had. Again, what he had to bail him out. What he
he
had
had
to
a good
bail
O
him out.
line himself.
A number
A
one
good quarterback.
defense. He had the
That
number
too.
one defense in the NFL.
That too.
Yeah.
But Cleveland
Mhm.
had a good defense and they still couldn't get, you know, past what was it, the first round, second round? The
I,
Flacco's always been on decline. That's why he was sitting at home for a while before he even got the job to come back
mhm.
to play for Cleveland. So that was the reason why he was on the couch with us every Sunday,
Yeah.
watching football.
Yeah.
And so he showed glimpses of old Flacco, but at the end of the day, it's they wind up still playing the same. There's a reason, like I said, there's a reason why these guys are backups and not starters. And for all intents and purposes, Aaron Rodgers should be a backup right now, but no one's going to tell him that.
Mhm.
So
I still say Aaron Rodgers is better than 2/3 of the quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
I haven't seen it.
I
Okay.
mean, that team had to be gotten together again. It if it don't fall on your defense, it falls on your coaching. You
Well,
know what I'm
we
saying?
definitely gonna see about the Jets because the Jets already had their coach
They,
fired.
Yeah, they had
yeah,
their coach fired, and they still lose the games. So, and
Yep.
I can't even say it's Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers put on good performances. It's his teammates, his wide receivers, his tight ends who are not catching the ball. So the defense is getting over exhausted on the field.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I got proof of that. I could bring you foot. I could bring you foot. I could bring you footage because there's a reason why he left Green Bay for that same exact damn reason.
Right.
Romeo Dobbs and them, they were dropping clear balls that were put in their chest, in their hands.
Yeah.
That's the
So if
same
that
thing
was the
with
case,
Flacco. The first thing you do is blame the quarterback. You cannot blame the quarterback.
Yeah.
no.
That's
Well,
that's that's how it
yeah.
usually happens,
I
though,
mean,
Jay.
yeah, especially if their performance isn't. They like the coaches. It has nothing to do with the coaches on their decision making. But to Rogers' credit, yeah, he still got wide receivers that can't catch. That's why they went out and got Devontae Adams. Which, if that
Exactly.
was the case, he should have just stayed in Green Bay to begin with.
Exactly. That was
Like, why?
the dumbest
That
decision.
was dumb on him. Yeah,
He
Mhm.
wanted
that
to
whole
play with
Packers
Carr.
organization, the whole Packers organization, and Aaron Rodgers dispute was was messy, and it's like it helped no one except Jordan Love. And right now, the Packers still ain't doing so good right now.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, we gave y'all a little bonus, a little best in
Yeah,
the world
little
football.
NFL
Oh
action,
yeah.
little NFL action.
Just a little something,
You know,
something. Yeah, don't get me started on that. Y'all might have to invite me on the
you know,
NFL show.
it, it's still fuck the Falcons, but it's all good. It's all good.
That's
It's
right.
all good
That's
smoke.
right. All
It's
day.
all good.
Hey,
All day
hey,
long.
hey, it's all good. It's gonna be fuck the Falcons. It's still fuck the Falcons with me too. And it's fuck Cincinnati and Baltimore with me.
I got you. All right. Well, we can see you guys again next week. We're gonna be talking more wrestling. Maybe we'll give you a little bit more football too. Who knows? So we'll see
Yeah,
y'all again
we'll
next
see.
week.
We'll see.
Kenny
Here's if we win
Omega,
if we
take
feel
us
like talking
home.
about it.
Must bid you two goodbye. Mwah. Good night. Bang! Yes!
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.